Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We head to Spain for the 2024 VRC 10-scale Nitro Touring Car World Championship. I'm Mike Garrison, bringing you all the action. Here's our A-main grid as we get set to go here. These drivers getting set and off and underway. A 15-minute race here for these drivers. It's going to be, looks like Salimi leading us out here in this one. We're following Victor Smid there in that number 2 spot. Joshua Vigil in the 3 spot. Pierella in the number 4 spot. Graham Raystrick in the 5 spot. Victor Smid was your top qualifier, but it's going to be Mirko Salimi taking over the number 1 spot right off the start here in this one. A fantastic racetrack here to hold the 2024 VRC World Championship. As you can see, these drivers, good clean start for, looks like, oh, just as I say that, Victor Smid on the backstretch into the hay bales he goes. A big mistake for your top qualifier. That may change up things here in this one. A 15-minute race sounds like a long time, but that's a big mistake to come back from. Mirko Salimi right now, he takes a breath of fresh air. He's got a little bit of breathing room. He's got a pack of wild, angry dogs behind him. Joshua Vigil in the number 2 spot. Andrew Bardetta in the 3. Pierella in the 4. Simon Wood in the 5. Victor Smid is all the way up to 6 now. Down the backstretch they go right now, and Smid trying to work his way. That's past Bardetta. So Smid back and forth, in and out of traffic here in this one. A lot of work for him to do. Oh, big mistake there. That was Simon Wood with a mistake. Simon was running up in the top 3 or 4 in this one. With Victor Smid, he is on fire already. Smid all the way back up to the number 4 spot. He is 1/10 of a second out of 3rd right now. Meanwhile, Mirko Salimi out front leading this one. Look at that fast lap, a 14.844 on lap number 2. 14.9 that time by there for Salimi, but I tell you what, Joshua Vigil holding strong in the number 2 spot. Pierella in the number 3 spot. Oh, big mistake for Mirko Salimi. What a save right there. He comes back on the racetrack. I tell you what, that was pure skill right there. Able to maneuver that car back around in the correct direction, sees the opening in the racetrack, doesn't have to have a turn marshal, gets right back in action. Salimi right there now with Victor Smid. So Victor Smid in the number 3 spot. That's going to move Joshua Vigil all the way to the front. Now it looks like Pierella going to take over the lead. Nobody seems to want to lead this one. Every time somebody gets out front, we see major catastrophe right now. Victor Smid and Salimi 1 and 2 in qualifying. They are now sitting in the 3 and 4 spot. Now they're up in the number 2 and 3 spot. I did not see what happened to Joshua Vigil there. Victor Smid with a 14.716 last time by. Here they come back down the front side of the track. Down the backstretch, Victor Smid, unbelievable! Victor Smid with that huge first lap crash on the back straightaway, puts himself in the hay bale, goes all the way to last. We're only 2 minutes, 45 seconds into this one, and Victor Smid, your top qualifier, started second on the grid, my apologies, is now up in the number 1 spot. Again, Mirko Salimi, your top qualifier, after that big mistake in the center section of the racetrack, he's back up in the 2 spot. Meanwhile, Pierella, he qualified 3rd. He is sitting in the number 3 spot right now. Wow. What a shake-up here in this one. This is Joshua Vigil. I did not see what happened to Joshua Vigil whenever he lost the lead and dropped back to the number 4 spot. Vigil there in the blue and white car. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Onto the backside of the racetrack they go. This is some close racing here for a Touring Car World Championship. Back into the infield they go. Joshua Vigil keeping a close eye on these drive dives to the inside. Not going to be quite close enough to make the move there on Pierella. Back onto the backstretch they go. 3:35 into this one. We are going to see pit stops here in this race, a 15-minute race. That's a big difference that we're going to see. We'll see a lot of these drivers again. My guess is when we get around to our 10-scale Touring Car Electric World Championship, instead of our Nitro sedan here, we'll see some pit stops. Love the pit stops. I love what it adds to everything. Smid right now out front leading the way. Another 14.7, 2 laps in a row, lap 14 and 15. Smid making a little bobble there. Looks like Mirko Salimi trying to close that gap up on him. Pierella in the number 3 spot. It's Vigil in the 4, Graham Raystrick in the 5, Billy Cayley in that number 6 spot, Simon Wood in the 7, Bardetta in the 8, Crowell and Navati. Right now, your top 5 drivers, it looks like, top 7 drivers even, on the lead lap here in this one, so it's still a fantastic race. It is anybody's race at this point. 4:25 into this one, Pierelli working his way around. Good view there from the other side of the racetrack. Start coming up on some pit stops here before too long. Oh, a little mistake there for Pierelli. Take a look here. Catches that inside curve, lands back on his wheels. Loses a bit of time, but no turn marshal needed. Back around once again. Victor Smid out front leading this one. Mirko Salimi in the number 2 spot. Pierella in the number 3 spot. Joshua Vigil in the 4, Graham Raystrick in the 5. Simon Wood, Billy Cayley, and Bardetta, your top 8, Crowell and Novati. Rounding out your field here in this one. 5 minutes into this one, 15-minute race. We got 10 minutes to go. Joshua Vigil down the backstretch. He was your early race leader here. Vigil, I know we have seen him in multiple A-Main finals here for the VRC World Championships throughout the years. Don't know off the top of my head if Joshua Vigil has a World Championship title to his name just yet. But as you can see right there with a 14.8 last time by, his best lap yet. He's already shown he's got what it takes to lead here. And Vigil coming in for fuel. A very unique pit lane here in this racetrack. As you can see, they come into that corner and they sweep a bit wide up next to those hay bales. Unlike a lot of our racetracks we've seen in VRC World Championship past, where they come down a long straightaway, they've got a dedicated pit lane. Unique pit stop situation here. And there you see Pierella making his pit stop here. We're going to see all of our top drivers making their pit stops here. That's going to shake up the order a bit. We'll see how it all shakes out when everybody comes out back out of the pit lane. So a 19.6 for Vigil with his pit stop. About a 5.5-second pit stop for him. Here goes Victor Smid, your race leader, working his way around. Victor's fast lap on the racetrack right now, 14.686. Looks like he's made his pit stop on lap 21. So he's out front leading the way. He's got Mirko Salimi right there behind him, 1/10 of a second back here at this point. Pierella going to be less than a few seconds back, 2.08 to be exact in that 3 spot. Joshua Vigil, he's not out of this one yet either. He's sitting in the number 4 spot, only 1/10 of a second back from our 3rd place driver. Here's Mirko Salimi, your top qualifier. He is sitting 2nd right now. His fast lap of 14.740. Last time by the line there of 15.0, 15.0 before that. Salimi working his way through some lap traffic. I believe that's going to be Novati there just ahead of him. Down the backstretch. Under the bridge they go. Back into the infield. Victor Smid out front. 7/10 of a second is what separates 1st and 2nd right now. 7 minutes into this race. 8 minutes to go. Mirko Salimi still in 2nd here. We're following a race leader, Victor Smid. Smid back into the infield here. Pierella in the number 3 spot. Joshua Vigil back up to 4 now. Graham Raystrick, another one you can't count out here in this one. He's 4.5 seconds behind Joshua Vigil in the number 5 spot. Billy Cayley in that 6th spot. Bardetta in the 7. Crowell in the 8. Simon Wood in the 9. And Andrea Novati in the number 10 spot. Joshua Vigil. Vigil working his way up to the number 3 spot. That's a battle for... Oh, Vigil, just as I say his name right there. Catches that inside curve. Check this out. Pierella comes up the inside. Vigil dives to the inside. Gets a little too close. Luckily doesn't roll it over. Catches that inside curve. Probably a bit of body tuck there. Catches the rear wheel and spins him out. Vigil now's got some catching up to do. Once again, he drops back to number 4 spot. He worked his way up into 3rd just ahead of Pierella. That's Novati in between them there. The pink car. That is not a battle for position. They are a lap or more apart here in this one. 8 minutes down, 7 to go here for these drivers. Vigil chasing down Pierella for a battle for that final podium spot in the number 3. Back on the left-hand side of the racetrack here. Fast lap for him at 14.810. Bardetta, his fast lap of 15.0. Bardetta going to be sitting in the number 7 spot, only 0.8 of a second back from Billy Cayley now. Oh, Bardetta making the same mistake on that inside curb. Good save there for him. Billy Cayley in the number 6 spot. There's Bardetta chasing him down. They were going to be 0.8 of a second apart after the mistake there from Bardetta. Bardetta likes that inside curve there, making me nervous. Joshua Vigil working his way back around to the number 4 spot here in this one. Only 0.3 of a second back from Pierella for the 3rd and final podium spot here for the World Championship. 8:55 into this one. Back through the switchbacks they go, coming down the front stretch. 9 minutes in now. Another mistake for Joshua Vigil. He catches up so close to Pierella. Dives to the inside, a little too tight there. That inside curve on that particular corner has cost more drivers more time than I think any other section on this racetrack. Now we're back to the front here in this one. Mirko Salimi in the number 2 spot. He's now going to be 1 second back from your race leader as he's working his way through traffic. There is your race leader right there, Victor Smid, qualified in the number 2 spot. Looking to try and finish out front, but still a lot of racing left to go here in this one. And a pit stop here for Joshua Vigil. In and out of pit lane there. Pierella coming around here. Pierella has not made his pit stop just yet. I do not believe Take a look here, slow-mo. Whoa! Pierella going for a wild ride in the slow-mo. Catches the inside curve there. A lucky save for him. Richter Smid still out front here, slim in the 2 spot. Vigil with the pit stop, a 19-second lap. Here comes Pierella. Pierella going to make his pit stop. Nope, goes on by. Pierella right now pushing it on fuel. Down the backstretch onto the left-hand side. Back through the infield here. Here comes Vigil. Pierella, another lap going by here in this one. We're 10:15 in, and Pierella has not made the pit stop yet. Vigil in that number 4 spot. Graham Racer in the 5. Bardetta in the 6. Things changing up in the back just a bit with the second set of pit stops here in this one. Let's see if Pierella comes in for fuel this time by... No! Going again! I tell you what, Pierella's got to make a pit stop here pretty soon. 10:40 into this 15-minute race here. Pushing the limits in this one in the number 3 spot. 2.7 seconds back from Salimi. Pierella another lap here. There goes Vigil. Vigil right now going to be, as they cross the line, 4.4 seconds back from Pierella. That gap's going to close up tremendously as soon as Pierella does make a pit stop. If he makes one, he continues to keep on going here. 11 minutes, 10 seconds into this one. That second pit stop hasn't happened yet. Right now, his pit guy's got to be screaming at him in the headsets. He's got to make that pit stop here when he's lapped or he's going to flame out. Down the backstretch he goes. We'll see if he makes it this time around. Here comes Joshua Vigil. Vigil working his way down the backstretch now. Graham Racer in the 5 spot. Billy Cayley the 6. Bardetta, Wood, Crowell, and Navati. Here, and finally, Pierella. We can all take a breath now as we were holding on to it. Pierella makes his fuel stop. He is in and out, but not quite fast enough. Joshua Vigil now for the number 3 spot here in this one. 0.4 of a second. Battle is on for that final podium spot here. 11:55 into this one. This is going to be a 15-minute race. This one is winding down. Richter Smid out front with a 3-second lead over Mirko Salimi, your top qualifier in second. Joshua Vigil back up to the 3 spot here. Pierella in the 4 spot. Racer in the 5. And here we're back to race leader Richter Smid. Smid's fast lap, a 14.686 early on here in this race. There you see the orange and white sedan down the backstretch. He goes. Coming back to the infield, here comes Salimi. That time by Salimi with a 14.826. Look at the consistency there. Even with the pit stop, a 19.9, so a good pit stop there for Salimi. Salimi right now going to be 3.1 seconds back from your race leader. He's only 2.8 seconds ahead of Joshua Vigil, who's only 1.1 seconds ahead of Pierella. So this is still anybody's race here with a little more than 3 minutes left to go. Coming back around here into the infield. There is Andrew Bardetta. Bardetta qualified in the number 5 spot. He is sitting 7th right now, chasing down Billy Cayley in that 6th spot. They're going to be 1.2 second spot. There's Billy Cayley right there in the all-white car. Cayley coming back through the infield. Back around through the switchbacks onto the back right side of the track here. Less than 2 minutes to go here in this one. Cayley down the backstretch. Richter Smid. He's looking for a world championship here. Win here in our Nitro sedan. From Spain, can he do it? This right here is going to be his closest competition. I believe probably the only person at this point that can knock him off that top spot unless total catastrophe strikes. But I tell you what, only a minute and a half to go. We're 13:30 in. Mirko Salimi's going to have to turn on the gas now. Here we go, Smid to the infield. 13:40. Time is winding down here in this one. Last time by the line of 15.0 for Smid. They are going to be 3.6 seconds apart. Smid down the backstretch. Whoa! Too close to the hay bales again for comfort, in my opinion. Smid really pushing the rear in this one. Pressure may be getting to him just a bit. Salimi in the 2 spot, Vigil in the 3. There's Pierella in the 4. Racer in the 5. A great battle still between 3rd and 4th. That's going to be Vigil and Pierella. 50 seconds to go on the clock here in this one. Here comes your race leader back around to the front side. Into the far right side, down the backstretch he goes. Richter, scoot away from those hay bales. You're making me nervous, man. 14:30 into this one. Salimi starting to close the gap up just a bit here. Salimi last time by line 14.9. He's going to have to move fast, though. Less than 30 seconds to go. Joshua Vigil's in 3rd. Pierella in the 4 spot. Oh, whoa! Joshua! What a save right there. Gets so close to those outside hay bales. Here we go back to the infield here. Pierrell in the number 4 spot. 10 seconds to go. This should be his final lap here in this one. 5 seconds. Time is winding down. All he's got to do is finish this one out. Your second place qualifier coming around. Your champion for 10-scale Nitro Sedan, Victor Smid, has done it. Coming around for that number 2 spot, Marco Salimi, and rounding out your top 3, Joshua Vigil. What a race here in this one. Your top 4 drivers all right there together. Congratulations to our new 2024 VRC 10-scale Nitro Sedan World Champion, Victor Smid.